Welcome to the auction.
Hi.
Mr. Gev here, or if you're really old, Mr. G. Welcome, and it's nice to see y'all.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone. This is Mark Blanchett. Want to give everybody a quick hello.
Thanks for supporting Mount. It's great to see you all.
Hey everyone, welcome to Mount's 2020 auction.
Mr. Seaver here saying hello to all Mounties out there. Let's go Mount.
I want to give a shout out to all of my middle schoolers, especially, some of my 7th graders and the 8th grade class that I've had for doing some awesome work, especially in this unprecedented time. Keep up the amazing work, guys.
Welcome to the auction.
Just go when I'm ready.
Yep, when you're ready.
I love Mount MSC. We're a happy family. We have awesome kids and a great alumni crew. Won't you say you love Mount too?
Mount is a community that educates students.
Hi, my name is Pete Eamon, and I love Mount.
Because of the amazing teachers and the education I received.
Because of our fabulous students, families, and faculty.
Because they value the field of wellness.
Because we are more than just a college preparatory school.
The sense of community from a student to an alumni and to now a faculty member.
So Mount to me is 46 of my 61 years here on earth, and I wouldn't change places with anyone. And for those of you from way back, you want to know the answer to the question. The answer is yes, I still do want to live in a fishbowl. Take care, be safe.
I love Mount because it brings out the best in every kid that walks through its doors.
For myself, it also means a large brick building that I was able to see from my porch while I was growing up. After I became a brother, it was a place that I knew that I would be someday teaching children. Today, I can also say Mount is my home. I live here on the 3rd floor, and I love being here.
What I love most about Mount is how forward-thinking we are with technology.
Looking back now, 51 years later, I am not sure I would have changed anything.
It is a great place for teachers and students alike to connect in their common quest to achieve a great education.
I feel really blessed to be able to work with such wonderful people that care about the students and most importantly care about each other and in our future there.
My students and my colleagues are like my second family.
I think that I love to see our students impacting the world. They don't wait until they graduate and leave Mount to do that. They do it right now while they're here walking the halls of Mount St. Charles. They're impacting the world.
30 years later, and I'm still connected to lifelong friends.
Thank you for calling. Oh no, you're in person. I'm seeing you. All the faces I have seen over all these years that I have been at Mount has been wonderful. And it's so nice to keep seeing you over and over, your children now, your grandchildren. It just warms my heart.
It's uplifting, it's supportive, and it's creative.
What we do matters every day.
I found a community at Mount that shares the same values that I have.
Mount is a true family that respects and cares about each other and the world around us.
I love Mount because it's become a second family to me.
It takes everyone from parents to administration, faculty to staff, and every student from alumni to the newest 6th grader that gives Mount its heartbeat, and our heartbeat is strong.
Mount is my family and my family is Mount.
Many of the teachers who educated me are now teaching my own children.
I love Mount St. Charles because of all the people I've met there who are now my friends. Alumni, faculty, Brothers of the Sacred Heart,
And I also love the school because it educated my children.
I have too many memories in my well over 20 years at Mount St. Charles, but I would like to take a moment to thank my family, all of my Mount friends, and certainly the class of 1996.
Mount is a community filled with support and love that encourages all students to grow and learn and be the best version of themselves that they can be.
You can see examples of Jesus' love and compassion displayed every day.
The positive energy here is palpable.
If it weren't for Mount, I'm not sure how my life would have turned out, but I can say that it certainly wouldn't have been as good as it is.
To me, Mount is home.
Mount is family.
What Mount means to me, it means memories of unforgettable and never-ending treasures.
We love you, Mount.
Mount is just an incredible place because it demands from you to be the best you can be.
I love Mount because of all the good education you get and because of all the good kids that are there.
Okay. I love Mount because I've been going since I was a baby, and I'm going to start next year, and I can't wait to meet all these new kids.
I am truly blessed to be part of the Mount family. Muchas gracias, Mount.
Once you're a Mountie, you're always a Mountie.
Once a Mountie, you're always a Mountie.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mount St. Charles' first ever online auction. My name is Alana Cerrone, class of 07, and now a news anchor at ABC6 News here in Providence. First, wanted to thank everyone for joining us tonight and making this work, given these unprecedented circumstances that we're in. But it's so nice to be able to connect with the Mount family, future and past, and maybe even present. First, before we get started, I wanted to introduce the man who needs no introduction, Alan Tenrero, also known to many, I think, as Mr. T. At least he's known to me as Mr. T. Former teacher, he was my 7th grade Odyssey teacher, and now he's back at Mount St. Charles as president. So if you want to say a few words, Mr. T.
Hi, how you doing, Alana? Nice to be with you. Thanks for doing this. I followed your career on TV, and it's great to have a former student and an alum be here and do this with us tonight. It's certainly going to be a unique and interesting event. As you said, the first ever live online streaming video of Mount's auction, and I even put my suit on, and I was pleased that based on how many times I've opened the fridge while in quarantine here, that it still fits. So I'm really excited about tonight.
We're glad to hear that. We do have a couple minutes before the auction officially kicks off. And we've been really curious to see, given that this is a virtual auction and we are not at Twin River like we had originally planned, to see where people are checking in from across the country, maybe even around the globe. So while we're waiting to kick off the auction, I'm hoping that people can check in with us. Let us know in the comments where you are, where you're tuning in from, what your connection to Mount is. Maybe you're a former student, current student, teacher, former teacher, parent, or family member of someone who went there. I think that would be a fun way for us to see kind of how far our virtual reach is tonight.
You know, I think we have the opportunity actually to probably bring in more people into our auction that's a virtual one than we do at Twin River, which is pretty exciting, you know, for the first time too. So.
All right, so as we watch everyone check in from all over the map, wherever you might be tuning in from, I want to express how truly grateful I am and we all are to have your support and see just how strong the Mount family is. I think this year, more than ever, we can really see that. As I said, we are in unprecedented times, and times can be tough for people right now. More than ever, though, it's important for our students to feel connected and to know that the Mount family is here for them now and always. This year's obviously been a very unique one for us and for our staff and students. My experience with Mount St. Charles kind of started before I even became a student there in the 7th grade. My dad, his 3 brothers, they all went to Mount St. Charles. My grandfather, Smokey, was often in the stands at the hockey games, I am told. And my Uncle Phil was actually a teacher there after he graduated. And I, of course, ended up at Mount St. Charles. My sister, my brother, and 4 of my cousins ended up at Mount St. Charles. At one time, and Mr. T might remember this, there were 6 Sarones walking the halls of Mount St. Charles Academy. And yes, Mr. T remembers that. He's not in
Yeah, this I do remember, and I think actually you were in class with my class with your sister at the same time, from what I remember.
Yes, probably. Well, she was a couple years, she was a couple years ahead of me, but she was taking like the younger classes. I hope she's not listening. But anyways, so Mount was really part of our family. We were a family in Mount and out of Mount. And so everyone from the teachers, the counselors, the coaches, everyone really shaped my life, my family's life. It's also where I learned to tuck in my shirt. And it's something I carry with me to this day, and I'll never forget to tuck in my shirt. But anyways, Mount has really had a huge impact on my life and my family's life. And for that reason, even after going on to college at Villanova down outside Philadelphia and coming back up to the Northeast and ending up here, working at ABC 6 News here in Providence, Mount St. Charles has always felt like home. And I love every time that I get to mention Mount on the news, whether it's academically or of course with the sports. And again, so it feels like home. And I think that's what brought me back. And that's probably what brought you back here, Mr. T.
Yeah, I mean, the invitation to come back as a school's president was just something I couldn't pass up. And, people forget that I'm an alum also, and all the things that you said about teachers or coaches or the school is exactly what I would say. And I think that's the power that Mount brings. Its tradition and the core essence really has never changed. And so, getting away from Mount for a few years to have that opportunity to come back was just really an amazing opportunity.
So we know that tonight, and this auction is a little bit different than in years past, obviously. So Mr. T, why don't you tell us why we're here tonight and how exactly tonight is going to work for everyone?
Tonight's watch party really kicks off a week-long auction here at Mount. Normally, like you said, we have our gala, but world events have certainly led us here and have to be more creative. The thing that a lot of people don't realize that that annual gala and auction is a hugely important event for us each year. It's one of the larger fundraising events that we have as a school. And the money raised for this event always helps fund some important student need. It helps us strengthen and enhance our programming, and usually allows us to help offset tuition for students that need aid. And I know that because of this current economic situation that so many different people are in, we're certainly going to have deserving students that need some help offsetting tuition. Now, probably more than any other time in our school's history, we need your help. Never has our mission been more important. Our mission is alive virtually. We're doing so many amazing things that you can check out on our website for kids. But people sometimes forget that we're also a small business, a nonprofit, and we're in need of support, and we're in need of your support. So we certainly know and understand that people might be hearing this message while they're trying to balance their own financial concerns. But the hope is, if you're able to, that you can consider a contribution to Mount St. Charles. And really any amount you can donate will have a positive impact on our school and our mission. In fact, we're not even looking for a dollar amount. I mean, we're just hoping and we're asking that every alumni donate something. So many of us are sometimes ordering takeout food to help out restaurants. This week, we'd ask you to help out Mount St. Charles. And if we get all our alumni to make a donation, no matter how big or how small, it will have a huge impact on our school. But more importantly, it'll let our current students know that the Mount family is here and for them. So appreciate everyone that's going to participate, and I know you're really going to love the setup of the auction.
Thanks, Mr. T. As you said, we're all in this together, right? So whatever part we can do, that's what we do. So let's get to the fun stuff and get into the instructions on how you can actually go ahead and place your bids. It's really easy. If you're using your cell phone, the easiest thing to do, you want to text the word mount, M-O-U-N-T, to 71760. By the way, it's not case sensitive, so any combination of uppercase, lowercase should work on that. Once you send that text message, you will get a text message back with a website link. Click on that link, start your registration. Once you finish that, you can start bidding. It's as easy as that. And there will also be a link on our comments, right on your, if you're using a computer, you can find that link in the comments in case you're not using your cell phone. So again, it's pretty easy. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to get started.
All right, thanks, Alana. And yeah, let's get started. On the website and on the link below, you'll see a list of our live auction items, and you'll see a link for our Fund a Need, a place where you can easily make a monetary donation. As this gets started, I just wanted to tell you about last year's Fund a Need. Last year, we used the Fund a Need to provide our students with a new school counseling and college planting center that gives our graduates a head start on securing admission to the colleges and universities of their choice. But not only is this space ideal for students to meet with counselors and to work on college applications, but it also provides them with the support and the knowledge that they need in terms of making sure that they're taking the right classes, focusing on ways to improve their transcript and work on their college essays. But I think most importantly, the Career Counseling Center is a welcoming space. It's one-on-one support for students that are, whether they're in conflict with a peer or they're struggling with grades or issues that are beyond what they can handle and beyond their social emotional well-being. This space provides them those coping strategies to use in college and beyond. And so, in these stressful times, our counselors are more important than ever, and they continue using technology to connect with our students and provide them with support they need. And Luana, I know you probably never had any of those problems at school with anybody, right? But we're going to take a look at this year's video that will announce our major Fund a Need goal of the auction.
Yeah, it's hugely important, Mr. T. I remember to this day, every day I spent in the counseling center before I was applying to colleges. So on that note, let's take a look now at this year's video that will announce our major Fund a Need goal for this year's auction. All right, let's get started with the auction portion. So you don't forget, there are so many great items up for auction in our silent auction, bottles of wine, so many good things. So make sure you check those out too. But Mr. T and I are gonna get started with the live auction items, some amazing experiences, so many cool things that you can bid on. And we're starting with travel. I know you might say, well, we can't really travel right now, but we're calling this the Give Now, Travel Later. So it gives you something to look forward to. You get this secured now, and in a few months from now, or whatever the case may be, you have something to look forward to. So Mr. T, what's the first one?
All right, yes, let's start with the first one. I think they also say that just planning for travel can improve your mood and health. And Alana was right. There's a lot of flexibility in the timing of these trips. So don't be shy in terms of your bidding for these. So the first one that we have that you want to check out is a Harry Potter trip in London. And there's a great trip to Great Britain with a Harry Potter theme with stops in York, Edinburgh, Yorkshire, and much, much more.
That sounds awesome. All right, next we're going to California. They're calling this farmhouse luxury in Napa Vineyards. Okay, listen to this. A trip to Napa Valley. It includes a setting wine tasting. It includes a tasting and a tour inside a cave. Culinary Institute of America culinary experience. You're going to get chauffeured around in a luxury sedan. This is also a 3-night weekday stay for 2. So that sounds like a dream come true right now.
Yes, I've been to Napa just once, but it's pretty amazing. So that'd be a great trip for people. One of the other trips is a luxury townhouse in West Palm Beach area in Florida. And it's about 2,200 square feet. It's got a pool, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, outdoor patio, close proximity to the beaches. So a really great, wonderful place to make some memories with family and friends.
Perfect. All right, this next one, perfect for next winter. It's called Get Out of the Cold at Club Sevilla in Kissimmee, Florida. The resort is located near Disney World, which, by the way, is working on plans to reopen, in case you were wondering. Some of the amenities at this resort, to name a few, it has an outdoor pool, tennis courts, and playgrounds for the kids. But for the adults, it's in a really nice, relaxed Mediterranean setting. Definitely sounds like a really good getaway. And the unit you'll be staying in sleeps 6 people, perfect for a family.
All right, we have a stay. It's a little bit closer to home, a little bit shorter, a 2-night weekend stay at the Cape. Also includes a few gift certificates. So $100 gift certificate to the Yarmouth House, for example. And it's a summer cottage just steps from Colonial Acres Beach in Lewis Bay on Nantucket Sound. That is 3 bedrooms. So it's sounds like a great chance to escape to the Cape.
Escape to the Cape. And this next one also pretty close if you are still in the Rhode Island area. The White Mountain Adventure. You get a 1-week stay at the Mountain Club rather on Loon. That's in Lincoln, New Hampshire. Not a far drive. Get away with family or friends, or get away from family and friends. Maybe you want to go alone. Who knows? You'll head up to the Slopeside Condo. It's real cozy right on the Mountain Club on Loon. It is actually the only ski-in, ski-out facility for lodging on Loon Mountain, so it's pretty cool. You'll have a chance to go there. It does have 2 rooms, 2 baths, kitchen, dining, also sleeps 6 people, and it doesn't stop there. They actually included some pretty cool gift certificates for you to enjoy your stay while you're there.
Yeah, and the last travel experience we have is Orange Lake Country Club condo stay. Now, this one sleeps 12 with a full kitchen, washer, dryer, just minutes from Disney. And this generous donor also, as part of this, donated not only a whole week-long vacation, but they donated a $1,000 gift card for Southwest Travel and a $1,000 Disney gift card. So just another great package for that Disney area.
Very generous. That sounds awesome.
All right, so the next set of items are unique experiences that different donors are providing here. So the first one is 4 tickets to a Boston Bruins game, but also an NBC Sports meet and greet. You know that Brian Boucher, 95, he's donating this whole package, and it's a behind-the-scenes tour for a day in the life of a former NHL and Mount alum. And it's a unique ultimate fan experience that begins with a morning behind-the-scenes tour and viewing of morning practices. You'll be follow that with a lunch with Brian. Then 4 tickets to a Bruins game that NBC Sports is producing. And Brian will show you the prep work that goes into a TV production and even give you a sneak peek of the broadcast booth upstairs, as well as a tour of the production truck. Alana, is it okay for me to say NBC?
I'll let it slide just this one time because it's beneficial for the Mount family. But other than that, I don't know. No, that sounds awesome. I know a lot of hockey lovers who would love that package. Next up, this might be the most requested item we have up for auction. It is part of Alan Tenrero's golf foursome at the Alumni Golf Tournament, okay? How could you pass this one up? You have golf with Alan Tenrero, class of 92, by the way, at the annual Alumni Golf Tournament. This is at Crystal Lake, scheduled to take place August 1st. Over 100 other golfers end up at this tournament. It's been a tradition since 1989. So not only do you get to be part of Mr. T's foursome, you also get golf included, golf carts, food, a tee sign. By the way, tee time 8 a.m. sharp.
Yes, I would tell you that watching me play golf is quite an experience.
That's worth every penny.
Yes, sure. The next experience is called Top of the Mount. So this is an enjoyable evening in the brothers' residence overlooking the city, and 8 people will have wine and exciting, delicious appetizers and treats. And the brothers themselves, I know Brother Alan, Brother Marty, Brother Frank, they're going to give some hands-on instruction on how to create these delicious hors d'oeuvres. It's just a great evening of learning, food, and fun. So those of you that the brothers made such an impact on you and your experience, I think this would be a really great chance for you to be with them.
That sounds awesome. And speaking of food, the next one, becoming a Hollywood star for the day. This one's actually in collaboration with my sister, Katie Cerrone. She opened up a burger bar. She opened up 2, one in North Attleboro, one in Seekonk. It's called Casey's Classic Burger Bar. And by the way, she was class of 04. So for this experience, you get to be the star in her latest commercial. So we'll figure out a time that you can film that with her. You'll head to one of the restaurants and you can have a speaking role in that commercial. Or if you don't want to, if you're a little shy, you can just be an extra. By the way, I think Mr. T got this worked into the deal, free milkshakes and burgers during production, but I think we can work that out. And another cool tidbit, this commercial will be produced and directed by Mike Correnti. You might recognize the name. He is from Pawtucket. He is a Hollywood producer and director, did such films as Outside Providence. So pretty cool.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna help my quarantine diet, milkshakes and burgers. But the next one is one that I actually have attended the past few years, and it's one of the top items at the auction every year. It's the Italian Adventure, and this one doesn't involve any travel other than travel to the home of Mr. and Mrs. Danielle and Sarah Monaco, and they provide an amazing culinary tour through Italy, and my wife and I were in attendance also. It's a formal sit-down dinner, 4 to 5 courses, just authentic Italian homemade cuisine. Dan is just a gourmet chef, and he pairs them with wines from their own private wine cellar, and this auction item is for 6 guests. So really great opportunity for people. And then we have 2 more. We have one called The Sweet Life, just so that you know. It's one of our partners, Bristol County Savings Bank. They donated a Dunkin' Donuts suite for one Sunday Providence Bruins game for the 2021 season. Includes 12 tickets with food and beverages. And then I'll leave the last experience to you, Alana, because it's an ABC6 experience.
Yes, I do know a little bit about this one. So we thought maybe we could give you exclusive kind of behind the scenes access to the studio here in Providence, to the ABC6 News studio. So I will bring a group of up to 4 people right into the studio. We'll get a tour of our newsroom, control room, the studio itself. You can kind of get a hands-on look at how the news operates here. And we can also, which is always the fun part, we can also go in front of the green screen where the meteorologist usually stands, and you can record yourself doing really whatever you'd like. You can take a stab at the local forecast, or you can wear green that day and make yourself disappear on the green screen. So we can do a lot of fun things, but it'll be a nice, cool behind the scenes tour.
Right. Speaking of green screens, see with Zoom, of course, we can transport ourselves to Mount St. Charles here, which is great. So I'll do that for now. Our beautiful campus.
Now, is that the back of the school or is that the front?
That's the front, of course. But when you drive in, it's really the sort of the back. But
the biggest mystery of Mount St. Charles.
Well, before those trees were there, the brothers, they really made sense to have that view of the whole area, so that all the mill workers and everyone else could look up and see Mount St. Charles. So
makes sense.
All right. So the next section is just some very unique items that we have. So I'll start with the first one. It's a normal routine one that we have every year that goes very well. It's called the Spot, and it's getting a chance to bid on a great parking spot for your child for the 2021 school year. Up front, up close to the building in the upper lot. So no way to really get closer than that.
Wow.
This next
I
one,
really wish that was around when I was there.
I know. I think this next one that you're going to do has just a lot of excitement around this next one.
So cool. If you are looking for a dog, this is so awesome. First of all, this is a hypoallergenic breed. It's a Woodle puppy from Woodles of RI, 8 weeks old. It is a cross between a soft-coated Wheaten Terrier and a poodle, if you're wondering what a Woodle is. You get to pick whether you want a male or a female. The puppy, again, is 8 weeks old. You also get all the things that you would need for your new puppy. Let's see, dog food, a premium brush, treats, toys, shampoo, a crate, potty bells, a complimentary vet visit, and the first set of shots and deworming, full year health guaranteed for your new puppy. Pretty awesome. And you can take that home as early as July and August. So cool.
Absolutely. The next one is a custom piece made by former parent at the school, Mr. Piedmont. Just does unbelievable work, and whether it's athletic memorabilia piece or if your interest is in the arts or replication of a previous item, you can collaborate your idea with Matt for a one-of-a-kind creation. So this is really him customizing a very unique piece based on your desired interest. He very often will make this great chair or other piece of furniture for people, but he really wants to hear from people about that thing that they're really interested in having him design. So he's providing that.
That is awesome. And talk about unique, this next one, how would you like to have your very own beer? Because Lops Brewing is giving you the chance to create your own beer and name your own beer, and it'll be served at the brewery. That is so awesome. I don't think there's any other experience out there like this. So Lops Brewing, it's in Woonsocket, it's a nano brewery. So you will go and meet with the head brewer, Sean Lapolito, at the consultation. You'll sample all the different types of beer and different flavors, and then you'll pick the one that you want. And then, of course, you get exclusive naming rights for your concoction. And then, to top it all off, you get a big celebration when your beer launches, and you can invite 15 people and have your own little celebration. So that is awesome. All right, at this time, we have to give a huge shout out and thanks to our sponsors, our gold sponsor, Deslandis Construction, and then also want to thank our silver sponsor, Bristol County Savings Bank, and our bronze sponsors, Markham, Granite Telecommunications, Twin River, and Sodexo School Services. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, I'm here in another part of the school building. It's amazing.
I know where that is. That's right
outside.
That's right outside the old Mr. Lawrence's office, right? Well, what?
Correct. Yeah, his office is still there. Yeah, that's the our Hall of Excellence there. So yeah, the lower field is out that side.
Yep.
is outside there. Hey, listen, I wanted to, even a virtual auction like this cannot take place without so many people that are doing things behind the scenes. And, our school leaders, Jesse Butash, Julie Bove, Ed Berg, doing an amazing job during this time. All our dedicated faculty and staff for all that they're doing to keep virtual learning going. The auction, again, Jesse Butash put in so much effort. Jennifer Shatanian has been one of the main organizers. We've had Tammy Kennedy and just so many parent volunteers also that are organizing all these gifts and getting all this stuff set up so that we can do the bidding process online. So I just want to thank all our dedicated staff and all of our wonderful volunteers that we have at the school. And I especially want to thank you too, Alana, for being our MC. And during this time of pandemic where it's dangerous out there, we're proud of you for doing the work that you do on TV and keeping the news going. And we know that your husband is a first responder. We know that you guys just had your first baby, and so it's we just really appreciate all the work that you and your family are doing, and we hope you stay safe, and we hope everyone really enjoys our week-long auction. And please tell all your friends and people that never even attended Mount or heard about Mount, but tell them to attend our auction, because there's just so many great items for people.
Thanks, Mr. T, and I'm happy to be a part of it to help out the Mount community, and really proud to be a Mountie now more than ever, to see how you've managed to stay connected with the community during this time. I know it's a tough time, especially for schools and students and parents, teachers, staff. So the fact that you were able to put this all together, it's pretty impressive. And I have to say, these auction items were really nice, and I hope everyone enjoyed it and found some things that they would love to go to, some experiences they'd like, places they'd like to travel to. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and good luck.